monsters, the demons. She is the slayer.
Was that slightly different? Am I going a little insane? Possibly. Like the voice. Oh, hello. Oh, we do love a little bit of Italy, mate. Yes. Okay. Well, hang on. He's at a height.
Miami.
Oh, I thought I was joking. It's for real.
Tutto quello che desidero, il tuo.
How do you want him to express that, mate? Because he's on his knees.
Tutto quello che desidero.
I feel like you should say no, mate. I'll be honest with you. I don't think this is going to work out.
Tu hai il mio.
Oh, God. Yeah.
El potere di questo.
Man, I swear, we should bring back the robe. Robes, capes, just, do you know what I mean? Especially at the moment. By the way, there is a fan on in my room right now, so I'm so sorry if you can hear that, but it's either that or I die. So, yeah, I hope you understand. Point being, man, it's so hot right now, and I swear, honestly, robe, do you know what I mean? It's so roomy, swift wind comes, goes all the way through, like, oh, lush. And capes, do I have to explain? Like what? K less? Mate, you should try K more. I'm so sorry. Oh, Carles. Oh, to be fair, he pronounces it way better than me. You command what? Oh, he will. I bet. I'm so sorry. That must have been an inside joke. They knew what they were doing. He keeps saying it as well. You could have said, like, do you know what I mean? That dialogue could have been, I summon you, come to me. I mean, that's not better, is it? Well, that was easy.
Questo libro è mai letto più.
Oh, is it gonna be Xander? Is he gonna read it? I'm so sorry. I do. I put a lot on Xander. That is true. It's Buffy! Oh, I recognise this kid. He's reading it. Okay, he's going to turn into a lizard man. Either that or he's getting on his knees for the lizard man, which, again, let's not ask questions. What are all these people doing here? Sorry, this is weird.
Scan it, Rupert, scan it.
Oh, I see. Are they scanning everything?
Soon, you will join us in the 20th century.
No, don't do it. It's a trap.
The printed page is obsolete.
Whoa, okay. Calm down. That's a lot of energy, mate, that you're bringing to the table.
Information isn't bound up anymore. It's an entity.
All right.
Reality is virtual.
Oh, God. I tell you what, he would love today, wouldn't he?
If you're not jacked in, you're not alive.
I'm so sorry. That was so dramatic. And I love it. He committed everything he had to that. I'm so confused. Because this episode is called I, Robot, You, Jane. Now, that is a famous Tarzan quote without the Tarzan. So, I'm curious. However, we've had a lizard so far. Very horny lizard. So, do you know what I mean? Like, this, honestly, this episode could go anywhere.
I'll be back in the Middle Ages.
Did you ever leave?
Don't come for Giles like that, okay? Willow, you're still here. Mate, you need to go home. Scanomatic. What? Oh, it was Willow! Willow! Oh, I'm so disappointed, man. Now it's even worse, because you did the thing I thought Xander was going to do, which either elevates him up or de-elevates you. I don't really know which one. Oh my God, he's in the computer. I get it now. Okay, no, it all makes sense. Oh, Cordelia. Hot sunny days, got nothing on me, mate. We're still rocking out, you goddamn right.
Oh, Buffy, I didn't even see you.
Oh, is she in love with the lizard computer?
Oh, I was talking.
To who? To be fair, though, at least we're all safe. Maybe, I don't know, to be fair. The possibilities, honestly, are endless. I was going to say we're all safe from situations that put us on our knees in front of lizards. Do you know what I mean? But, like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of potential with a computer, isn't there? That's all I'll say. Can I tell you, it's not all I'll say. It isn't. I'm absolutely pretty positive right now that I'm going to say more.
I sort of met someone.
Go here. What's his name? Have you kissed him? What's he?
Oh, okay, so she's Jane. He's Tarzan. I see.
But last night, oh.
Hey, maybe she'll get over Xander.
What's he look like?
I don't know.
Oh God, he's back. He's so intense with everything, isn't he? Look at that! My man needs to de-stress. Are they all mindless slaves? Oh well, to be fair, maybe that's the point of the episode, do you know what I mean? Becoming mindless slaves to technology, you know, that analogy is definitely something that exists.
I met him online.
Online for what?
Oh my God, yeah, this was also new.
No, I have a free.
Cool. But this is lab time, so let's make it a nice short visit, okay?
Wow. You are not enamoring yourself to me, Miss Calendar. Oh God, well that's full on. A lot of intensity this episode so far, isn't there?
What should I write back?
Hi, maybe say hi.
I just want to make sure you're careful.
Oh. Yeah, that's about right, innit? Man, we got a resident supercomputer. Oh. Yikes. Alright. Not right now, mate. God. Little bit of subtlety.
Tall, skinny, fat.
Why does everything have to be about looks?
Boom. This is why I like you, Willow.
What if you guys get really, really intense and then you find out that he has a hairy back?
Well then, stroke it for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on. What's wrong with a guy with a hairy back? Can we just... Let's all just chill the f*** out.
Hey, Fritz.
Oh, he's called Fritz. Of course he is. I don't know why that makes sense.
New project.
Ooh, will I be excited?
You'll die.
Whoa. Like, honestly, I'm like, chill out, dude. But for real, I'm at a point now where I'm like, never chill out. I need this level of intensity at all times from this guy.
You'll die.
You can't cut off without seeing a response. Come on.
Xander?
Yeah, but keep guessing anyway.
What?
But you're gonna be missing out. I'm planning to be witty. I'm gonna make fun of all the people who won't talk to me.
Great. I bet everyone will love you.
That's nice. Have a good time.
She certainly looks perky.
Bouncing the step. I don't like it.
Of course you don't. Because she's, you know, found a level of independence from you and actually derives a little bit of happiness from someone that isn't you, mate. Wow, yeah, don't like it. Of course you don't. I'm trying to find nice things to say about Xander at all times. I just want to stress that, okay? But he's not helping himself, okay?
Well, I'm not interested in Willow like that.
Yeah, but you got used to being the belle of the ball. He could be a circus freak. He's probably a circus freak.
What do you mean by circus freak, though? Because not being funny, if they start doing some handstands and stuff, I'd be well up for that. Do you know what I mean? They turn up on the first date, start juggling fire.
I'm jacked in. I'm jacked in.
All right, I'm going to need you to stop. Okay.
I'm jacked in.
Well, well. Something tells me he's not going to make it out of this episode. I don't know what it is.
Hey, late girl.
I overslept.
Were you talking to him?
Just want you to be sure to meet him face to face in daylight in a crowded place with some friends.
Good advice.
Malcolm said you wouldn't understand.
Oh dear.
Dave,
Dave?
anybody home?
Jeez.
Is there a way to find out exactly where a letter and E-letter came from?
An E-letter? Amazing.
Because you see, Willow's got this boyfriend, Malcolm, and to tell you the truth, I
Leave
think...
Willow alone.
Whoa.
That's none of your business.
Oh, we got a very attached lizard.
Dave, what's going on?
Right, her Slayer sense is tingling. Oh God, he's back.
It's not just Willow.
Man, I swear, all the monsters, all they would have to do is infiltrate any of the other kids at school that aren't anything to do with Buffy. Because the only reason she's found all of this stuff is because it's someone around her, or it's Xander, or it's Willow, or, you know, someone in her cheer class, or whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean? Like, just choose someone else, not Cordelia. No, don't, because she'll come into it somehow, and I don't need to see more of that girl.
I really don't know how to advise you. Things involved in the computer fill me with a childlike terror.
Sorry, it's so interesting because there's obviously absolutely a commentary here of, you know, the onset of technology, emails, computers, all of that stuff, you know, the information age. But we're in it, right? We've gone through that. We're in that already, right? Warn away, warn all you want. And I suppose, to be fair, it's not a useless endeavor to warn people of this, right? Because I think we very much live in a world now where it's how things are. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't relate, I suppose. Because, you know, I am of that age where my childhood was before technology and mobile phones, really, for the most part, and having a computer with all the information I could ever want. And, you know, I grew up through that into where we are now. So it's weird. I should be able to almost understand, and I think part of me does a little bit, because this feels familiar. But at the same time, I think we've been so long in this technological age that we're in now. I'm also like, Giles and the crew are the weird ones. And it's funny, isn't it, how that's flipped, because obviously the episode's been presented to the audience with the opposite in mind, with, you know, obviously it was tailored to an audience in, I guess, when was it, the 1990s, who would have been very much on Giles's side. So it's interesting, I can see and I can feel what they're going for and like warning people against it and all that stuff, but it's a weird effect on me, I suppose, in the sense that I find it all quite quaint, I suppose. Because yeah, it's weird, isn't it, how we have just, I don't know, I feel like, at least for myself, we've assimilated it into, you know, do you remember like even 10 years ago, maybe a little more, maybe not even. I'd say the younger generation were much more technologically active and knew what was happening and blah, blah, blah. I'd say nowadays, the older generation are much more involved in that too. It used to be that my mum and dad had no idea what was going on. Now they have iPads, mobile phones, they know how to use Google, right, and all that stuff. Yeah, they're still on Facebook, whatever, it's fine. But I do feel like we've kind of collectively just insinuated it into our lives. Everyone, you know, and slowly over, I guess, the last 20 years, 25 years, has just become such a big part of us that this, for me, this episode feels weird. It feels outdated. Right, and so that's why I say quaint. I'm like, it's interesting. This is coming from a place that I don't feel like I'm at anymore. All that said, it's very interesting that the theme, at least so far, is like it's a warning. It's scary, it's weird. And, you know, we've got rid of the fear and the weirdness of it. And now perhaps what we were warned against, I suppose, has happened, right? We're in it. And there are a lot of positives to it, obviously, but there's a lot of negatives too. I think socially, we're very different creatures now. The world works in very different ways. Is that a good thing? Is it damaging us as social creatures? And so while I feel outside of this now, I do feel like the warning still applies, even though we're well past that now and we can't stop it. And maybe that makes it scarier. Especially funny that the guy mentioned AI, right? That's become a very big thing even in the last 6 months to a year. Like I'm saying, we have this warning of, you know, where we are, where we've got to. But there is also that thing of we don't know what it's going to turn into tomorrow. We're on the precipice of this AI surge, right? And it's at the very beginning. In 5 years' time, 10 years' time, where we're going to be. And I think this warning very much still applies to us, even though we are so entrenched in everything that these guys are not. So sorry, this is why I do it. This is why I talk about it, because actually I feel like I'm more in tune with the episode now. I do feel like, yeah, while I feel very outside of it and it feels very quaint almost, it is still very prevalent, actually. Very incognito, mate. Well done. Whoa, dude. 0 to 100 real fast. This guy's got it in him. Yeah, look at that look, man.
Whatever Dave is into, it's large.
Dave.
And what do they need Dave for?
Dave. Sorry, yes, just to confirm. My commentary either ranges from intense social commentary or... Dave.
Spider sense.
Pop culture reference.
Oh, I nearly said Spider Sense before, but I was like, no. I'm going to be clever and call it Slayer Sense. And now I wish I hadn't, because she said the words.
I can just tell something's wrong. My spider sense is tingling.
Slayer Sense, man. Slayer Sense.
Short of breaking into the place, I'd see...
Breaking in. And this is the plan. Tonight it is.
A moment,
Wow.
please.
Where's Willow, by the way? I feel like we haven't checked up on her in a while.
I'm still sorting through the chaos you left behind you.
Am I... Sorry, is she a student or is she a teacher? Because I'll be honest with you, I sense a lot of sexual tension between her and Giles.
We're literary.
To read makes our speaking English good.
I've never felt this way about anyone before.
I think he's being genuine, you know.
Do you think we should...
Sorry, I absolutely know why they're doing it and everything, but it's the weirdest thing about this whole episode is that she's saying it out loud.
Buffy just makes trouble.
How did you know that?
Right.
It's on her permanent record.
How did you see that?
You must have mentioned it.
Ah, no, you messed up, boy.
I guess.
Lizard man. No, Willow, come on.
I have to sign off.
Good.
Don't.
What?
You are a big snob. You think that knowledge should be kept in these carefully guarded repositories where only a handful of white guys can get at it.
Ah, she went there.
We are creating a new society here.
A society in which human interaction is all but obsolete.
Ah.
In which people can be completely manipulated by technology.
Yeah, that is the commentary, isn't it? Literally referencing what I was talking about before.
Completely manipulated by technology.
People can be manipulated by technology, especially nowadays, mate. Deepfakes, AI, you know, all that stuff. Giles, ahead of his time. But she's right as well. This is the thing, isn't it? Like, we live in a golden age of technology, right? Which is brilliant and great. And I think you can look at our society, like I say now, and you can look at it 500 years ago. There's that whole thing of the dumbest person today is much more intelligent than the dumbest person 500 years ago. It's all relative, after all. Just because we have this breadth of information that is so accessible, right? That's the key word there. But then again, that's a double-edged sword nowadays too. How many people have been caught out because they've been peddling some information or whatever it might be and their source was not great? I think it's gone a step further, right? You've got news sources now that don't fact check. Anyone can say anything online. Anyone can then read that and then start telling someone else, and then, you know, misinformation starts getting passed around, which can be dangerous. So it's like, it's weird, isn't it, how, yeah, it's highlighting issues with technology here. And today we still don't really have answers, I suppose. You can debate it, right? It's very debatable as to whether it definitively is a good thing. I think the easy answer is it's a bit of both, and you've just got to be careful.
This one doesn't have a whole lot more to say.
Oh, Giles boy.
How odd.
Why is she calling him Rupert, by the way? Yikes. Yeah, you know that can't be good.
Well, it's been so nice talking to you.
We were fighting.
You loved it, though.
Must do it again sometime.
Oh, she's well into him. I don't blame her.
Buffy,
Dave.
Dave? Sorry, I'm not.
Willow was looking for you. She said she'd be in the girls' locker.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Incense boy's there. What is he called? Frisk? Fritz!
Willow?
He's gonna pop out of a locker. Please do. How weird. This is your approach. Okay, I get you were trying to distract her and everything, but... Oh god. Oh god. Buffy. Yikes. Ah, so this kid broke out of it then, huh? Well. Yeah, he did. Good on you, mate.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can give you everything. All I want is your love.
By the way, I will just take this opportunity to draw attention to, again, I'm repeating myself a little bit, I'll keep it brief, but I like how they've taken something that seems obvious, right? You know, the episode starts, big lizard man, right? Very traditional type of monster, and it immediately does something to shake that up in a way that means they can do what they're doing with this episode, right, and have this commentary and also explain, I guess, because this means that they can do like loads of crazy things that probably weren't possible at the time, never mind now, right? It doesn't really matter because they've explained it away. You know, this monster's in the computer and is manipulating it in a way that means it can do whatever it wants because the monster is possessing the computers. But also you think it's going to be a big lizard man and it's an AI. They didn't have to go the extra mile to make it as unique as that, while also again tying in some social commentary, which is always what makes these episodes a little bit better than they would ordinarily be.
I've been a terrible person.
Oh, he's dead.
Forgive me, Mom, and...
Oh god. Oh yeah, but he's dead. That's his note. Okay, mate, back away, run away. Come on, work it out.
Love, Dave.
Dave. Oh no, Dave's gone. Oh, I'll never say Dave again. That's not true.
I'm gonna kill Dave.
Oh, I'm a little disappointed that I laughed.
If you've been anyone but the Slayer.
How's my hair?
It's literally fine.
I don't understand what would make Dave do a thing.
Dave. He lives on.
Moloch, the corruptor. Very deadly and seductive demon.
Oh yeah.
Preys on impressionable minds.
Like Dave's.
Dave. Please keep saying his name.
Okay, so a powerful demon with horns.
Oh, sorry, he's a demon.
With Dave.
Dave.
He's in there.
He's everywhere.
Oh, there's your target.
Stay away from Willow.
It's
none of your business.
Okay.
That's what Malcolm looks like.
And aren't we all better off for it? And it's interesting, isn't it, actually? Because if this threat existed today, it would be much more dangerous. The internet is connected to, God, everything. I like how, because of this setting, he's actually defeatable.
Who's the one with Willow?
Let's never find out.
Oh, Dave. Oh. Yikes. Hang on. How did you not see him when you walked in the room?
Dave.
Dave. Sorry, inappropriate. I apologise. My God, I thought he was just going to be sat on the bed. Very ominous. Oh, I like your purple lighting, mate. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Oh, God. My goodness. He's everywhere.
Something's got into the, there's a demon in the internet.
Fair enough. What? Oh, she's... Okay.
Come on, there have been portents for days. You should see the bones I've been casting.
What?
I mean, it's probably a mischief demon. You know, like Kel...
Who are you?
It's Moloch.
The corruptor?
Oh, wow, she's just on board. Sorry, I assumed that she was corrupted. Interesting. I tell you what, I don't know, because I feel like she seems younger, much younger than him. Feels a little weird to ship them, do you know what I mean? But there's chemistry, dude. I feel like the show's teeing them up a little bit, you know?
Techno-pagan is the term.
Okay.
There are more of us than you'd think.
Interesting. Very ominous. Oh, God. What? Alright then. Tell you what, man, he had a bit of a glow up, didn't he? Is he like a full robot? Is that a helm? I don't know.
Willow.
Yeah, sure. Looks like a Power Rangers villain, doesn't he? I love it.
To be able to walk.
Man, I feel like as a creature, as a monster. Oh God, he enjoyed that way too much. Okay then. Well, that was Fritz. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I feel like as a monster, as a creature, his power level, I feel like he's one of the most powerful. It's also interesting the way that I was talking before about how, you know, we have this big lizard guy and suddenly, he's in the internet, and now he's gone through this physical transformation that, you know, demonstrates how, I guess, yeah, from what everything that, you know, you folks have all told me about what Buffy did for the space, right, and how it kind of transformed, and from Buffy came, you know, shows like Supernatural and the format that so many shows took. And I guess this episode is almost that symbology of that new age, almost ahead of its time, I suppose. This idea of transformation from the old to the new, symbolized right here in the episode.
I brought these humans together to build me a body, but you gave me life.
Wow.
Pretending you loved me?
I do. I can control the world.
He's not wrong, dude.
A man in Beijing is transferring money to a Swiss bank account for a contract on his mother's life. Good for him.
Also interesting that they made the voice sound like that. He's completely synthetic, right? So he's been designed, it's not the lizard guy's a demon, fine, whatever. Demon's natural voice. But yeah, it's just interesting in the subtle details that they have made him, I guess, sound less overtly this demon kind of like raspy voice. It's just interesting. Sorry, there's not really a point to that so much, but it's just interesting how his representation is just a little different. And again, they're doing original things with the episode in the way that they've manipulated that, how it started in the opening and how it went into, you know, the antagonist, the creature of the week, being not quite, I mean, what you perhaps would have expected from that first scene. I suppose that calls into question, actually, because I was going to be like, yeah, but like, he manipulated Willow, did he? He keeps saying he loves her and all that. I mean, bit quick, let's be honest with ourselves. Back off, mate, come on. But he might be genuine. We don't know. I don't know. There's nothing to say that he's not. I mean, okay, fair enough. There is the whole snapping necks thing. That is true. But the fact that she got him out of the book and now he's like, I gotta repay you. Admittedly, his track record isn't that great. He's killed a few people. No one's perfect. He is a bit of a murderer, that's fair. However, what he's actually saying could be true, and we don't actually know his intent. Forget all that for a second, it's true. He's got a lot of power and he seems very willing to use it. He should be stopped. But it's interesting how in his depiction, actually, sorry, I just realized, his depiction is this symbology of technology. That's exactly what I've just explained, and what he represents in this episode as an entity, as a being, as an antagonist, is very much that question of technology's role. It's like, well, it just depends on the intent, right? But in technology, is this potential for both good and bad? It's all in the intent of the holder. He is the amalgamation of that. It just depends what he does with that power, which really cleverly inserted antagonist, right? To make you raise those questions, make you ask those questions and make you ponder that.
The essence of the word.
But I love you.
Don't say that. That's a joke. You don't love anything.
Oh.
You are mine.
Oh, a bit possessive.
I'm never gonna be yours.
Oh.
Pity.
Whoa, he took that very well. Bit too well, actually.
I'll miss you.
Oh, God. Thanks to her rejection, he's going to snap her neck. That's the intent. Okay, admittedly, not a healthy response from him. That's fair. For argument's sake, if she'd have actually been like, oh, I'm well into it, mate, let's make a go of it. I feel like he'd have been on board. I feel like it would have worked out and, you know, they could have been king and queen, you know, robot, I guess. That would have been interesting, a little bit. Villain arc for Willow. That's all I'm saying.
Demon come!
Oh, hello. Again. Did he get to by the... Forget it. Never mind. Amazing. I tell you what, we got a kick in though. Perfect. I swear to God, the episode we get where she don't kick something, I'll be very mad. You got a lot of Giles' delivery, man. Which, ironically enough, I feel like Moloch would. Where are you imprisoning him, by the way?
He's out of the net.
Okay.
He's bound.
Where? In the book?
He's not in the book.
Right. In the suit, maybe? Right. Oh, so he's just confined to the suit now. Oh, a very angry Power Ranger.
Wait!
Yikes. All right, Buffy, you're up. I tell you what, though, like the suit looks really good.
I was omnipotent. I was everything.
Yeah.
Now I'm trapped in this shell.
It's not that bad, mate.
Remember me, your girlfriend? I think it's time we break up.
Okay. Buffy, just stop watching, though.
This body is all I have left, but it's enough to crush you.
Okay, a little bit of electricity. Yeah, reverse it. Uno, reverse. Okay. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse, couldn't it really?
Well, look who's here.
I gotta be honest with you though. Sorry, I'm just thinking about Dave because at some point does anybody start investigating all of these kids dying? Do you know what I mean? Principal dying? Do you know, like just a lot of creepy stuff, a lot of weird stuff's going on. I suppose it was technically suicide. That's true. What's the explanation? And do you know what I mean? Like, I suppose it was like a pack of wild dogs for the principal, so maybe not. But I do wonder at some point if anyone's gonna come investigating. Like, lots of stuff happens at this school. What's going on? Let's investigate. I feel like that could be a nice little storyline at some point.
I just wanted to return this. Naturally, I thought of you.
Oh, you've been thinking of her, huh?
I'll see you anon.
Yeah, you will.
Can't get out of here fast enough, can you?
Oh, a little bit of a flirty flirt, come on.
Well, it was your book that started all the trouble, not a computer. What is it about them that bothers you so much?
Lay it on me, Giles.
The smell.
Really?
Computers don't smell, Rupert.
Smell is the most powerful trigger to the memory there is.
Oh, you like the smell of books. That's fair, I get you.
Books smell.
Yeah.
Musty. The knowledge gained from a computer is
Sometimes I will smell a book, or like I'll get a whiff of a book, and it'll take me right back to my childhood. A big reader, I'll be honest with you. And yeah, I do miss that if I don't. Again, I guess that's something that I've, you know, retained from my childhood and living as a person before technology and computers and everything. Is I prefer having a book in my hands and, you know, being able to smell it. I sound like such a weirdo. I'm not just sat there like... Admittedly, sometimes, but it's beside the point. But I prefer it.
If it's to last, then the getting of knowledge should be tangible and smelly.
It's very poetic, I'll give you that, mate, but...
You really are an old-fashioned boy, aren't you?
Yeah, and you're charmed, aren't you?
Well, I don't dangle a corkscrew from my ear.
That's not where I dangle it.
What? I'm sorry, what? But yeah, no, I'm sorry, I do kind of, what is knowledge, right? Before books, we passed on information verbally. You think of how many cultures passed down their history based on stories, talking around the campfire, how that progressed into the exchange of information via books, writings. Let's not forget that that's flawed as well. Example that comes to mind. Sorry, this is gonna come straight out of left field. But hey, always good to have this information and pass it about because, you know, some people don't know, which is crazy, they should. The whole thing about homosexuality in the Bible, how there is this idea peddled by Christianity that it's bad to be gay. Like the word homosexual, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong on the dates, but it's only been a thing in the Bible as of like a translation in the 1900s. I think like the 1940s or something. The original term was pedophile, and that got changed to homosexual. Now, I'm not being funny. Very different words. Those two things are not the same. But look at that. A mistranslation has led to so much miscommunication socially today. So it's interesting, isn't it? I think it's not necessarily the mode of travel, let's say, for the information, the knowledge, that's the issue. I think whatever way we choose as humans to communicate, there are issues inherent in those things. And as much as I think, you know, the scale of the internet is much wider, larger, and so the danger can be much bigger. Absolutely granted, the potential for danger and negativity and bad things is much greater with, you know, online and internet discourse. Someone says one thing and it can reach so many other people. Misinformation can reach so many other people. But at the same time, something like the Bible, which is so well traveled, so passed around as a source of information, that piece of knowledge, let's say, has become so normalized in conversation amongst not just Christians either. My point is, while I think the playing field has changed and the potential for danger is greater, I think the root of the issue and the foundation of the issue is what is done with that information. What is done with that knowledge? The actual form it takes, while not inconsequential, doesn't matter so much. It's the intent behind the human writing it, saying it, whatever it might be, communicating the knowledge and the information and how they communicate it, right? Which I think as a danger, as an issue, isn't new. So while yes, the internet and the technology and the warning in this episode, the danger is very real, I don't think it's new. And the way that we differentiate between these modes of knowledge, these modes of information, they are the same, I suppose, just on a grander scale.
The one boy that's really liked me, and he's a demon.
Oh.
What does that say about me?
Nothing at all, mate.
Doesn't say anything about you.
Boom. Thank you, Buffy.
Did you forget? The one boy I've had the hots for since I moved here turned out to be a vampire.
And the teacher I had a crush on? Giant praying mantis?
This is very true.
That's true.
You've all had one now.
Yeah, it's life on the Hellmouth.
Let's face it.
Uh,
None of us are ever going to have a happy, normal relationship.
Oh, well, bit bleak. Oh, I like that it's brought these guys probably closer together, right? They've all shared that. Yeah, exactly. Which is nice. I guess underneath everything that I've been saying, we've also got this very kind of grounded thing of, yeah, she's also had her first experience perhaps of, you know, love and a relationship with a boy that hasn't gone so great. And yeah, like I think this experience has maybe brought the main trio closer together as a unit, which is nice. Yeah, not much more to say. I guess TLDR, again, I kind of say it most episodes, honestly, but I like what they've done with the, I guess, the monster of the week. Flipped it on its head and did something really original, you know, introduced in the first scene this idea of what the monster was going to be, and I was kind of confused watching it because I knew the name of the episode. And I was like, robot? There's going to be a robot? What do you mean? It's a lizard. That's a lizard. And how they changed that and made it something new and original and did something with that, right? There was a ton of social commentary that could be gleaned from it, I think. Knowledge and information has been passed down through humanity forever. Right, and it always will be. I think our mode of passing that information has changed from one language to another, from one person to another, even in the same language. I think the conclusion is, you know, knowledge, information, it's very precious to us, and we've got to be careful how we use it. I think it always comes back to us. We as humans are the ones in charge of this information, and we've got to be better at keeping ourselves accountable. And I think it's a really good episode, honestly. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, as always, to my beautiful patrons for supporting me in the way that you do. Thank you to everyone else as well. Hey, why not keep the video train going and try this video right here? YouTube has specifically recommended it for you, mate. Other than that, peace on that, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.